Well, people, President Trump is at it again. I said he's at it again. Let me show you what he has done this evening. Vile Person of the Year, Time Magazine. If that face is unrecognizable, I understand, because we usually see her in a more glamorous light. That is podcaster Candace Owens. Candace Owens. And you know, it's almost every week Trump is doing some type of video, like a cartoon, or some type of picture where he's clowning, imitating Jesus, allegedly. And now he's got Candace Owens, Vile Person of the Year. And what it says here is, of course, it's Truth Social. Candace Owens stock. Look at that. Candace Owens stock, which was never high, has fallen a long way. Her attack on the First Lady of France is despicable. I believe in this case, without verification, she is an extremely low IQ individual. The attached image was clearly meant to show Owens in an unflattering light, with raised exposure and a black and white filter, along with the title, quote, Vile Person of the Year, unquote. Other text on the cover reads, quote, Candace Owens lies, 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 unquote. Uses rich white men. So he goes after her. And I looked at it, and then I watched other podcasters and people all over social media respond to this. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think they're getting it. I don't think they're getting it. Trump is a clown. But Trump speaks in ways that if you just impulsively respond, you're gonna miss it. I believe everything that Trump is trying to tell you is in the first line. Candace Owens, her stock. Candace Owens, her stock, which was never very high, has fallen a long way. Has fallen a long way. See, Trump has been hinting at a stock market crash. I want to say I started picking up on it around the period when he had the New York trial. You know, that trial with the lady of the night. Remember that? It doesn't come to me right now, but it'll come to me, I guess. But in New York, when he had that sex trial, I want to say every other time that he came out during the court recess, he referred to Joe, that is Biden, and the stock market. And I'm thinking, you know, when I was decoding back in the day, I was connecting that and the president of that time. Yeah, Herbert Hoover. Herbert Hoover was the president at the time of the stock market crash. And Herbert Hoover has the same birthday of Kamala Harris, which is October 20th. Now, I'm going to go down the rabbit hole, obviously, a different way. Because again, I don't care who you watch tonight when it comes down to this here. They're not going to tell you this, But I'm going to tell you this. This is about the stock market crash. That's what this is about. And I'm going to prove it. Now, just so you know the game, there is this black and white paradigm, the checkerboard, that the powers play. Candace plays a role. Trump plays a role. It's like having the two wings of the same bird. Candace is very good at it. She's very, very, very articulate. And she woos and wows you with her intellect and her research. I guess one of her claim to fame is when she went back and investigated Black Lives Matter. But see, this is what the powers do. They find certain issues and they introduce people, and all of a sudden, boom, they become famous. That's just what I believe. They just push their people, allegedly. That's what they do. And so Candace plays the opposite of Trump, and like the nemesis of Charlie Kirk's wife. In the streets, they call that somebody who just always starting some mess. But be it as it may, let's go down this rabbit hole. Now, the stock market crash was October 29th of 1929. October 29th of 1929. And you're gonna be like, Pearson, how did you connect it to that? Because it's in her stock. Trump said it. Her stock, which was never very high, has fallen a long way. He's telling you the truth. America's stock, it's a joke. Look what he's saying. Candace Owens, which was never Candace Owens stock. See, he's telling you, Candace Owens stock. You might as well just put America. America's stock, which was never very high, has fallen a long way. Anybody who's done analytical analysis of the stock market would tell you it's propped up by, give you an example. When Elon Musk talks, or a millionaire or billionaire talks, the guy from Hathaway, I forgot his name, the real rich guy, about 90 years old, still playing stocks. When he talks, when Trump talks, they move the market. How many videos have I done? How many times have I said, when Trump speaks in relation to the war, it fluctuates the market? The market is phony. And it's not true because it's held out by foreign countries in part buying our bonds and our debt. I'm going to stop right there. You got to do the research to know what I'm talking about. So he's telling you, which was never high. So let's look at this thing. October 29th, 1929 is when the stock market crashed. October 29th, 1929. October 29th, 2027, anniversary, next year, stock market crash. Today is the day Trump made the announcement about Candace Owens. That's 79 weeks from now, people. Trump is 79 years old. Aren't you glad you with this channel? Because I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you. Now look, Herbert Hoover, our 31st president, he was born August 10th, 1874. He died October 20th, 1964. If I made a mistake about birth versus death, you'll see. Herbert Hoover died, I can say without looking at it, October 20th, 1964, because that's the day that Kamala Harris, that's when she was born. Isn't that something? Now, he was the president when the stock market crashed. There's your receipts. And translated, Trump is saying she's coming back. He just tells you in a peculiar way. You don't have to believe me. Now look, October 20th, 2026, Kamala Harris' birthday next. Today Trump talked that smack about Candace Owens. That's 179 days. The 179th day of the year is June 28th. And what happened on June 28th? Well, on June 28th, that's when Hillbilly Elegy came out. And that's a book by J.D. Vance, the one who ain't going out of town tomorrow. Yeah. So from one vice president to another is what you're looking at. See, I'm breaking it down. Now watch this. Here's Candace's birthday, April 29th, 1968. April 29th, I read it backwards. 1989. Trying to put some age on Candace. Okay. April 29th, 89, Candace's birthday. April 24th, 2026 is today. She's 36 years old and fit 514. What is 514? Y'all already know from watching the channel. 514, that's Israel's birthday. Israel became a nation on May 14th. Yeah, they're in a war, aren't they? And Trump just extended yesterday 3 weeks as a deadline for the talks for the peace in the Middle East, did he not? 21 days. And the 21 is like when J.D. Vance was over there about a week ago, they negotiated for 21 hours. But the message is this. Trump said yesterday, I'm going to give you 3 more weeks. We're gonna have this deadline. In 3 weeks, it's May 14th. Israel's birthday. I'm going to break it down. Now look, when did Candace Owens start her podcast? May 19th, 2021, Candace Owens started her podcast. May 19th, 2027, anniversary of her podcast. April 24th, 2026. The difference between today's date, where Trump posted her with that photograph on Time Magazine, versus her podcast date anniversary, is 47 weeks. Who's the 47th president? I'm telling y'all, they won. They won. The powers got them playing the black and the white, the checkerboard. It's the game. And everybody watching, millions of views. And I'm not hating. I'm just telling you how the game is played. I didn't know how social media really was. It took me years to figure out this game. It's a game. Social media is a game. It's not about content. It is a game. I'm giving you content. I don't know the percentage of people who are making it real like me, but a lot of them out here, they working for the powers. You got to understand the game. It's game. The powers really never show their face, but they got a structure in place. So then you go and watch certain people. They give you just enough truth and they keep crap going. And you never watch what I got going on. I'm just keeping it real. I learned the game, baby. I learned the game. And hey, I'm not hating on it. Get your money. Get your money. Do what you got to do. But the bottom line is, what does it profit a man or a woman? You gain the whole world, lose your soul. Like I told somebody the other day, what I tell them? Information, revelation, salvation. If that's not your criteria, why are you on here? That's the bottom line. I don't care what kind of show you're doing. You should uplift the name of the Lord somehow, some way in this day, because you're speaking to people. You should always glorify the Lord. It says, what does the Bible say? If you put me first, all things will be added unto you. Somebody say amen. Got to break it down. And all that ways acknowledge him. Now look at this here. October 29th, 1921. October 29th, 1929 stock market crash. What is that? March 19th, 2021. That's when she started her podcast. The difference is 91. The 91st day of the year is April 1st. April Fools. There's your April Fools again. And what's 419? Hello. 419. That's the guy that we killed, the religious leader, Ayatollah Khamenei of Iran. See, they got it pointing toward the war. He died on February 28th. His birthday is 419. If you don't know, now you know. Now, what else is in this thing? Let me break it down to you. Not only does it come out to April Fools and 419, it also comes out to 333 and 79. Well, you know Trump is 79 years old. What about the 333? Remember the other day I showed you 333? Remember over in Mexico, they had that guy on top of the pyramid and he was shooting at people. Remember some of the people who escaped? And I showed you in my video, the guy had 333 on. Is that coincidence? What are you saying? Well, that pyramid was all symbolic. I will put this video in the chat. Let me try to remember how to break this thing down. It's called a archaeological site. Archaeological, arch. The big thing is arch lately. Let me break it down. Arch, it's an arch. See, they're talking about the arch because they're getting us ready for a big event in the future. In iPet Goat 2, iPet Goat 2, the Antichrist comes through an ark. See that? He comes through an ark. See that? An arch. The lady who died, God bless her soul, Janae Robinson, on the 4th, April 5th of this year, they got to take a picture with her fiance in between a giraffe. Does that not look like an arch? And then Nancy Guthrie, she's been missing since February 1st, right? The guy who abducted her, he had to come through her courtway, an arch. That's the new system that's coming in, the new world order. They're being symbolic. So when you see this 333, oh, it's deep, y'all. Like I say, ain't nobody else gonna put this together for y'all like this. When you put it together, you literally see October 29th, 1929. That's when the stock market crashed. And that's how you're bringing a new system anyway. Crash the stock market day. Stock market right there. Versus the day that Candace Owens started her podcast. You get 91, April Fools, 419, Ayatollah Khamenei, and then you get 79 for Trump and 333. 333, all that's together. The arch. When you go through the arch, you go through a portal. You start something new. In here, I might even have another picture. Barack Obama goes through an arch. He's in a boat in that in that Economist magazine. It's an arch. What is that arch? It's a new system, the new world order. See, they speak, they're clever. They are clever. They are clever. I don't want to be too long, but let me pull this up for new subscribers. Economist magazine, December 22nd, 2012. I want to show you guys this here. In this magazine, you'll see Barack Obama on a pride boat, And as he's going through, there he is right there. Barack Obama's on a pride boat right there. See the arch? He's going through the arch, a tunnel. That's the new system. America's on her back drinking oil, right there. That's Israel shooting at, what's that? That's not Hezbollah, that's Hamas. I think that's Hamas. Hamas shooting at Israel. This was done 11 years in advance. They're telling you. They're telling you. The new system comes in through a new political system. a new economic system, because they're gonna crash the economy. So when he has right here, when he tells you Candace Owens stock, which was never very high, has fallen a long way, he's telling you stock market about to crash. And these people on these social media, I love them, but they ain't got a clue. They ain't got a clue. They ain't got one clue. And then Trump is criticizing her for also defamation of character, allegedly. Bridget Macron, you know what's going on with that. Candace Owens talked about her. April 13th is her birthday. April 13th, 1990, anniversary, versus April 29th, 1989, Candace Owens' birthday. Their birthdays are 11/22 from each other. JFK died on 11/22/1963. See, they're telling you somebody's gonna be removed, but they ain't gonna die. They're just gonna be removed, and stock market gonna crash. New system, new everything. And don't forget, he got Candace on Time Magazine. Time Magazine, first issue was March 3rd, 3/3. What's that, 1923? 3/3, 1923. Let's break that down. 3/3, 2027, Time Magazine. Today is April 24th. The difference is 3/13. Pope Francis became the Pope on 3/13 of 2013. See, they speaking. They speaking. And don't forget, Candace is on the cover of Time Magazine. That's why I did it. That's why I decoded it. Everything's right there for you to decode. Just got to think it through. I know enough about the dates to figure out what they're doing. And last but not least, April 29th, 1989, what's that, Candace's birthday, versus March 3rd, 1990. That's Time Magazine, right? The difference is 44. Barack Obama is the 44th president, the Antichrist. They are clever. They are clever. But showing her in a bad light, got her little do-rag on, looking like that. I don't know if it's Photoshopped, I don't know. Some people say it is, some people ain't. But you know, then they say she using a white man. What they say? She uses rich white man. This is all game. She talks about people, Trump talks about people, and the majority of people flock to one of them and choose a side. But ain't nobody leading you to Jesus. This is the time to lift him up like no other time. And I'm not saying just because you might have 1 million followers that you're automatically bad. What I'm saying is a game in social media. And it took me a while to figure it out. Okay, it took me a while. Don't you be caught up into something. You really don't know what you're doing. God open your eyes in time. Because you see the game. They play the black and the white. So Trump is playing the game. She probably sitting back laughing. Allegedly. But it's a game. To me, it's all a game. So he got her there. But like I said, Candace Owens, you might as well put here, United States of America, stock, which was never very high, has fallen a long way. They're talking about the stock market crash to come. My name is Friendship Pearson. God bless you. God keep you. God love you. Tell somebody you love them. Hallelujah.